Hello everyone and welcome back. This battle is going to be a little different. I had a request from one of my viewers to do a little more concrete example of how to attack, so this battle will be live. It's against the computer though, so I can pause. But this is showing the more concrete things like control groups, how to move your guys around, formations, things like that you want to keep in mind during a battle. So I'll do this one against the computer. I'm the Mori and the other guy is the Hojo. So none of us will have like a unit advantage in this battle for unit types. Okay. So how I started off, infantry all goes together. Pretty simple. Archers all go together, and the cavalry goes together. But that's not totally true. So kind of odd about that. You'll notice what group my general's in. He's with the infantry. And why is he with the infantry, not with the cavalry? Well, your general's very important in this game. If he dies, you're screwed. And you need to keep him near the group of your army that's going to be slugging it out and losing morale the fastest, and that's your infantry. So your general needs to be with your infantry, as close to the infantry as possible during the battle without him being in danger. And I mean put him right up there next to your infantry, rallying as necessary. It's very important to keep him with your infantry, not with your cavalry. Don't sacrifice him. I suicide my cavalry a lot early on. You don't want your general to be part of that. Now to formations. All these formations have names, but I don't know them because I just hit the random combinations until I found one I liked. I really like this one. This is all three. I'm not sure what name it is. But this is like the perfect attacking setup. Look at this. You have your 4 katanas up here in the front. This will be your first line. They'll go in first. And I'll explain exactly how to move them a little later, but we'll just examine the rest of the formation. 2 katanas here on the flanks, and the spears are in the middle. Now, it seems kind of odd, right? It's kind of a Total War cliche. Put your spears on the flanks, guard against cavalry. But let's think about it for a second. He's going to be using his cavalry eventually. You can't scare him off forever. So, the best thing to do, I think, is to lure him in and try and get him to use his cavalry early, because if he sees that you have swords on the side, he's going to want to run in with his cavalry early and hit your katanas. And right when you see him coming in for your katanas, you wing out with your spears, sending them either direction depending on where the cavalry is coming from, and meeting them. And yeah, your katanas will take a little bit of damage, but they'll get pinned down. They will pin down the cavalry, which will allow your spears to just walk in and cut them down. It's luring in the cavalry. This formation is perfect. I love it. Now the archers will just be all one, a standard single line. No big deal. It'll put your matchlocks in the middle. But pretty simple, straight line, maximum area here, especially for your matchlock. And then for the cavalry, I use Alt 4, which is basically a single line. I don't know what the name is, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to start the battle. Take a look at the enemy real quick. He is the defender, so I'll be attacking him. He's got 3 bow ashigarus, a katana samurai, a bunch of, let's see, something like, 2 katana samurai. 3 of them. 3 katana samurai, a nodachi samurai, 3 yari ashigarus, and 3 naginata samurais, along with 2 yari cavalry. So how are we going to attack this battle? Well, the first thing you want to do is find the kind of advantageous ground and move to cut it off. You know, this high ground in the middle is pretty advantageous. Make your guys walk, no need to rush. I mean, there are times where you're going to want to run, but not always. Put your archers in loose formation. I'd prefer. I mean, you know, why take the damage? And it makes the matchlock fire easier. Cavalry, it's okay to have them run. You can kind of use them to discourage people. So they're all going to run. I'm going to fast forward here. Now I'm going to do my standard attack. The first line will go in first, tie up as much of the infantry as possible. The 2 katanas on the flanks will move as necessary, any places that need to get plugged up. The spears will watch for cavalry, but if they're not really doing anything, you know, I'll bring them into the infantry battle too. No biggie. Alright, computer's starting to move. We'll see what he's doing a little later. But here come my guys. I will speed it up. Now what's this guy doing? Is he going to rush me? Nah, I doubt it. He's the defender. But he is moving. So what's he going to do? I'm analyzing his position, real time, thinking about it. Now I hate archers. He's got them up in the front. Maybe I can do something with my cavalry. Kind of scare him off. Or should I skirmish with my missiles? I'm thinking about it. Well, I kind of got this high ground here. I'm going to see what the archers can do. I'm going to put them, just click and drag, I'll put them up here. Now sometimes with the control groups, if you don't assign a formation, you won't be able to click and drag and adjust their size, so be sure to put him in a formation. Now the guy is pulling back. Still got his bows in the front. Also his katanas. He's pretty widely spread out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to skirmish at first, because he doesn't have a lot of cavalry, so he won't be able to like jump out and kill my missile units. So I'm going to move them up, but the cavalry is going to be there to guard them. Infantry is going to move up to these woods here. They will still walk. Missile units at this point, they can run. No big deal. I don't really think the fatigue is very important for the missile troops. It's at least, it's not worth really worrying about. So here they are. I'm going to be just out of range. So I'm going to have some skirmishing going on here. I'm going to tell that bow to kill that bow, and that bow to kill that bow. We'll have a nice little battle. Now I kind of got the trees here in the way. I could probably move them. I think I will. I think I'm going to have them move up here to the front. Oh wait, but this bow's coming out to meet us, so I'm going to respond to that and move both of these units over. And they're both going to be hitting this unit. Now they're using the fire arrows. Bow Ashigaru can't use fire arrows online, so I won't need to worry about that attack online. They're doing a lot of damage. I'm going to bring my cavalry around too. They're going to try and scare them off. Now my infantry is going to be a nice little diversion moving here. They might be tempted to fire into these trees, and yes they are. I'm going to do some damage. So it's time to get moving. Now I tell everybody to run. Set a formation right there. Matchlocks are going to move up next. They're going to take a nice long formation there. Bows are going to change direction. Alright, the archers are going there. Now you can use your cavalry at this point to cover the infantry. Move your cavalry up and get them to move back. I don't actually intend on engaging his archers yet, but I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work, no big deal. So here it comes. Telling my infantry to attack. I want the guys in the middle to kind of do that. Now these guys on the flanks will just be here on reserve. They're just going to sit tight. You don't want to commit your entire force to an attack right away, unless he's spread really thin and you have to hold him down. Okay, here he comes. Move the spears to where the cavalry is going to be. Here come the swords. Get him while he's moving. Get him while he's moving. Now I kind of forgot about my cavalry. I'm going to pull him back to here. Matchlock units have started shooting, interestingly. I'll move them up a little farther. Bows have stopped. Bows will shoot at their general. Get the general under pressure. I like doing that. My general, where is he? He's a little far. See that command radius? You want him up close. Now these katanas that were on reserve, they're going to come around the flanks here. Spears are going to move. Katanas need help here, so the spears are just going to move up and help them out. Simple enough. They will be fighting infantry, but hopefully I'll have the numbers advantage there. Alright, so, cavalry. It's good to go. That cavalry unit got stuck. I'm just going to let them be. I'm not going to worry about moving them right now. Katanas, see, that's why you have reserves, so they can move around. This general is going to come. He's under missile attack. He's losing men. He is pulling back. I'm going to hit his general. I don't actually intend on killing him, but it doesn't matter. Don't need to. Just keep him under that pressure. Keep him away from the infantry. I am going to inspire one of my missile units. I'm going to say the Matchlock Eshigaru. It's a good idea to inspire missile units. It's also good to inspire, melee units, but I kind of like the inspiring the missile units. Makes them really strong. Now I got some trouble here. We got some routers on my side. Not a huge deal though, because this wing is holding up fine. This wing will just collapse and we'll push in. That's where my power is centered. He's coming back to hit my cavalry. Doesn't matter. Here come the katanas around the flank. This is why you want to use Nodachi's. If this was a Nodachi unit, that would be amazing. It's not, but no big deal. Okay, so there's some routing problems, so I'm going to move my general over here to deal with the morale. Katanas are just going to hit him in the back. So will the cavalry. See, his general's still not dead. I just have bad luck killing generals, I guess. Missiles are just going to shoot into the enemy. Now, a lot of times you think, wait, I don't want my archers to shoot into my own guys, but friendly fire really isn't an issue for some reason. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'd say for every 10 enemies your archers will kill, you'll kill like one of your own guys, so it's like 10 to 1. Nothing to worry about. Alright, this unit is shattered. They're far from the general. In fact, where's the general? He's shattered. He's gone. The general is gone. So battle's basically over at this point. I have my general. His unit's entirely full. Only lost one guy. No big deal. Nothing to be worried about. This is where I'm going to send my general in. You want to send him in at the last moment. You don't want him to wait, go in too early and die. You want to wait it out. And there's the battle. So you see how I attacked. First line goes first. The 4 katana samurai. They're going to tie up as much of the enemy force as possible. Then the 2 katanas on the wings are going to be my utility players. They're going to go where they're needed, flanking if possible, like this unit did. And the spears are going to wait for the cavalry to react. Follow the cavalry with the spears. They split them up, split your spears up, but follow the cavalry. If the cavalry engages too early, you'll be able to pin them down and kill them, and that'll be great. The less support units they have, the bigger advantage you have if you have a katana army, because nothing's going to beat the katanas in a grinded out melee battle. So limiting their support units with an army like mine is the top priority. That's what the spears and the cavalry and the missile units are for. Notice how I skirmished. I got his missile units to get distracted. I did some damage, and then brought in the cavalry around the side to scare them off. Now you don't have to kill them in that early cavalry charge. Just scare them off, because if they're moving, they're not firing, and they're not hitting your troops. And so if you can close the distance before they can get any good volleys off, you'll be good to go. And you'll pretty much have neutralized their missile units. And then while they're focused on your front line, you can have your missile units either hit their missile units or the enemy general. I find it a good idea to hit their enemy general, because that puts the enemy under a lot of pressure. He'll think his general's in a lot of danger. He'll be focused on moving him and not focusing on moving his army. So that's how you can attack. Alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you on the battlefield.